Can anyone even see me? Oh, sweet. Okay. Let me know if you guys can hear me as well. So wait, everyone can hear me? Okay, sweet. Okay, sweet. I'm not even going to post the link yet because the chat is already going crazy. So this is just going to be exclusive for the people that are watching this right now. Oh shit, the chat is already going insane. It's funny the thing that we were just talking about in the chat about how, like, if I were to play a show and tell everyone to calm down, it'd be like the same thing about me telling everyone in the chat to calm down right now. Oh my god. Also, my lips are probably a little bit purple because I am drinking this. Someone said, "How excited are you for Rezz Rocks?" I am extremely excited. Like, very, 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 very excited. I actually have been working on these sets for, like, especially Nightmare on Res Street set, I've been working on for, like, literally months and months and months because there's just, like, so many things I needed to add. Like, so many songs from old Nightmare on Res Street, the new Nightmare on Res Street, plus, like, some other random shit, like new edits and stuff like that. It literally took me forever. I'm reading this chat right now. How similar is this Nightmare set to your live Nightmare set? I made a tweet about this earlier, and they're actually totally different. Like, the Nightmare on Res Street 2, like, the 30-minute mix that you're about to watch is just going to be, like, totally different. So don't even worry about it. Someone is literally typing in Russian. I'm dying. I can actually speak Russian, but I cannot read it, unfortunately. I also just want to say, like, a few words about this mix in general. Like, I kind of tweet about this on my personal account if you guys follow me, but basically, like, this mix is, like, so fun for me because I just make a bunch of random ass shit and I don't think at all while I'm making anything. Like, I'm not thinking, like, it has to, like, reach a certain standard or, like, reach any sort of expectation. I just, like, make music and, like, finish the songs. Like, that's basically the main goal, is to just finish the songs. And then eventually, as the songs accumulate and I decide to not put them on an album or not put them on an EP or not put them out as a single, I end up, like, kind of collecting all of these songs and then I just make a mix out of them. And so, that being said, there ends up being, like, little to no songs that you guys don't end up hearing that I make. Whether I think they're, like, amazing or I think they're, like, all right, they basically end up coming out because, like, I don't want them to just rot on my computer, you know? I should probably, like, post about this, but I'm just worried that the comment section is going to go so insane that I'm not going to be able to, like, answer any questions. Hold on, though. Let me see here. Got this link. Do you guys have any questions that you want to ask? Oh, someone asked, what's your Halloween costume? I usually, like, have, like, a pretty thought out Halloween costume, but this year I'm just going to, like, wear little devil horns and wear a suit at Red Rocks because when I wore devil horns last year on Halloween, there was this like silhouette on the camera screen that I really liked, because like basically like you can't see like the actual shitty horns that I got, because they are like pretty mediocre and shitty, but when you see them through the camera that my visual guy then blasts on the screen, it looks like a cool little silhouette. So basically I'm just gonna wear a suit and have those little things on my head. And yeah, someone said it's going to be cold. Yes, definitely going to be cold at Red Rocks. So definitely wear warm shit and wear gloves. I am actually going to wear these gloves here, even, which my fingers will stick out of, because if they were fully like gloved, then I wouldn't be able to like DJ. I'd probably like trip out and be like, I can't DJ like this, and then probably end up fucking up a bunch of times. Someone's like, are you one of the 4 members of Death Pact? Oh my god. I always find it funny when people say that, because it's just like, if truly if I was going to make an alias, it would be music that you would never expect me to make, you know what I mean? Like, literally, if I'm ever going to make an alias, it's probably going to be me in like a band, and I'm going to be like a fucking drummer in a band, and then I'll be like, this is my alias. But if I'm going to be making like electronic music, it's probably just going to come out as Rezz. I even said I would put out a country song under Rezz, because I probably would, honestly, if I felt like it. What's your favorite movie? Probably Requiem for a Dream. Okay, I just realized I should probably let everyone know that I'm live on this. Hang on. All right. All right, I posted on my main thing here, so hopefully it's all good. By the way, Cam, are you still in the chat right now? My visual guy, Cam. I'm just wondering if he's in this chat. Someone said what artist I'm into right now. Actually, at the moment, there's this dude named Johnny Goth. I usually don't, when people ask me what kind of music I like or what I listen to, I always feel stumped by the question, because it's like, it's almost like every single song I ever listened to just goes out the window, and I like don't remember what I listened to in the first place. But there's this dude named Johnny Goth that I really like, and I actually made a song with him. And that's not going to come out until 2023, but yeah, this dude makes fucking unreal shit, honestly. Definitely highly suggest listening to him if you are interested in like kind of punky, kind of darker toned stuff. Very goth sounding. Love it. Also, everyone's saying I love you. Actually, this El Curim person said I love you 3 times, so I love you too. How do you see your equipment with the goggles on? Actually, so below the goggles, I actually answered this question a bunch of times, but basically like below the goggles, there's like peripheral vision, so I can see like underneath, you know? And I just like look down like this. It's actually funny that this one photographer Rooks was taking photos of me one time, and like he actually captured this like side view, like this like side profile of me, and like my eyes are just like looking down. But that's like basically what I'm doing the whole time. So it always appears as though I'm like looking out into the audience and like interacting with the crowd, which I do as well. I can see through the little holes in between the glasses, but a lot of the time I am looking down like this, because like underneath I can see the CJs perfectly. But yeah. Oh yeah, someone said through your third eye. I really should have just answered the question like that and just kept it simple. It is through my third eye. Oh my god, someone's like, play the Quacks and collaboration at Red Rocks. I actually like have been thinking about maybe playing it, but it's just like, it's so new that like there's already, the thing is like there's already so much shit, like so much new shit, old shit, edits, whatever, that I'm gonna be playing at Red Rocks, that I wasn't sure whether I wanted to like play that or not. But like, oh my god, it's definitely super hyped though. I can play it right now, but I just wonder, like, hold on. This is probably gonna sound like shit because I'm literally playing it through my laptop. So let's just. All right, yeah. I don't even know if you were able to hear that, but just like trust me, in a live setting, I think it's going to be quite exciting. And also, we have Rekno on it as well, which is fucking awesome. Got him to record a couple lines. But like, I honestly, I can't even believe I just played it right now because it's just like, it's so, it's like so much better if you were here with like, you know, proper sound, but whatever. Oh my god, someone just said, will you ever play Lunatic live again? That's so old. The fact that you even know that, I'm so impressed with you. Like, that's actually crazy. I literally made that when I was like 18. But honestly, no, I won't. That's the thing. Sometimes people will be like, will you please like play this song and like play this song? And like, I'm definitely gonna play the majority of the songs that have been asked. But then there's like some songs that people ask for that are like so old and dated. That like, I just can't do it, you know? Like, it's just like, it's too old. But a lot of the ones that have been like repeatedly suggested, I will definitely play. Oh man. And it's still, as I'm like reading these comments, I still see people suggesting certain songs that I should play. And I'm like literally, I'm not even joking, the last few weeks, all I've been doing is like reading comments and like adding every song basically that people, like most songs people suggest. And now I'm just like, oh fuck. But I can't fit every single song. Someone said, what's your plan for hypnovision? That's actually such a good question. Basically, like, so I'm going to be very particular for the first year or so. I mean, I'll probably end up being super involved in particular throughout the entire journey of hypnovision, but like realistically, right now, the first year, I'm going to be very particular about like what comes out. It just has to be stuff that I like truly love, like stuff that I would like listen to, stuff that I would play. And so we've already received like quite a few demos of things that I quite enjoy. And also one of the people who like sent me demos, which was Quaxon, I ended up like making the song with him. So I'm so excited to like receive these demos, and like if anyone wants to collaborate, then I can just do that too. And it's like so fun to like hop on tracks that like sound sweet straight away. And yeah, that's like super exciting. But basically I want to release like a lot of artists I just truly really fuck with and like really believe in. And I also feel like there hasn't really been a place for like a mid-tempo style label. Not that mid-tempo is going to be the only stuff that I put out on the label. It's definitely not going to be just that. It's going to be a ton of music from like weird trippy dubstep stuff to like honestly like borderline punk music if I feel like it. But I do want to have a lot of mid-tempo stuff, and I feel like there's not really like a home for that necessarily at the moment, like somewhere that like really you know, just like I want this label to be the place that like a lot of new up and coming like mid-tempo artists and stuff like want to be on, you know? That's kind of like what I would ideally like long term. And also I want it to be so like such a little community. Like I want all the artists and like all the fans to be like friends with each other. Like I want to throw a bunch of events and like parties that are like these like just parties like that, you know, like have all of us just play at the shows and like bring everyone up together. That's basically like the goal, I guess. I didn't think I would be like this excited about it, but I'm like extremely passionate about the whole thing. Someone said, oh man, that dude is, you know what's crazy? I don't even know how to pronounce. I think I'm like gonna fuck it up so hard, but like Maruda, is that his name? Maruda, he's fucking awesome. I just don't know how to pronounce his name, but we're working on a song right now, and I'm super stoked. Oh my god, I better have said that right. Holy shit. Can someone tell me if I said that right? Did I say that right? Maruda? Fuck. He's literally gonna enter the chat and just be like, you fucked it up. No collab. What's everyone saying here? Oh, Maroda. Oh my god, I can't get this right now. Even everyone's typing it, and I'm just like, don't test me right now, because I will fuck it up twice. And I will fuck it up 3 times potentially as well. My lips are probably turning purple now from the wine. Oh, someone said Alice Glass. Yeah, I actually have a collab with Alice Glass. Super stoked about that. But that's like 2023 situation. I mean, I guess I'll just say this now because, like, literally, whatever. Fuck. I don't even know if I should say it. Whatever. It's not even a big deal. Who fucking cares? I am releasing an EP in 2023. Probably, like, not that late into 2023. Probably, like, early, mid 2023. But, super stoked about it. Alice Glass single. Yeah. And also a few others. A few collaborations, few other random things. And I'm super stoked. Have you signed any tracks yet for Hypnovision? Yes, actually, I have signed. Well, I'm in the process of sign. Like, I already have maybe like 8 songs that I've like borderline signed. Like, didn't actually get the official like paperwork for, but definitely going to be signed, and I'm stoked. It's some really cool shit. It's stuff that I like just think is interesting, and once again, it's just like, I don't know. I just want to like release music on this label that I really like, and it doesn't have to like fall under a certain category, you know? Yeah, me and Sudden Death really do have to. We've like tried to collaborate a few times. We have like really tried on like a few songs, and like made some progress, but we still didn't like fully smash it out. We will definitely get there though. Have you seen Terrifier 2? No, I actually haven't. What is that? Oh, I've seen actually the first Terrifier though, I think, which is actually fucking crazy. Oh god, the comments are going too intensely. Someone said, any other details about your upcoming festival? Oh god. It's like all in the process. Like we're just in the process of like kind of brainstorming all the ideas and all that, but just like I definitely can't say too much about it, but just like the whole name of it, like once I say the name and once I say sort of the whole concept of it, you're going to be like, "Oh, yes, this makes like a lot of sense." It's definitely like branding central fucking I can't deny that I'm very passionate about like branding in this industry, honestly. Like super passionate about making music, super passionate about all the things that accompany sort of like the branding around the music and everything. It's like excites me just as much, almost. Well, almost. Definitely not as much, but someone said, "What's your favorite venue?" Honestly, I can't deny that it's definitely probably Red Rocks. However, I did play this one stop on my tour called oh shit. It was like in San Francisco or like San Francisco area, and that show was fucking awesome. And I don't remember what venue it was. I don't remember the name of it rather because it is new or like somewhat new. But it was a big one. Like it was like I think it was like 8 or 9,000 people, and it was like some fucking outdoor like sort of like just crazy shit. And I was like going through like a shithole mentally during that time. So like when I was there, it was like one of the turning points for me where I was like, oh, actually, this is fucking awesome. And then like my life sort of like turned around after that. So that's nice. Tips for new music creators. I would definitely like sometimes when I think about if someone were to ask me like what advice I would give to anyone like any producers or anything like that, I always think to myself like it would depend on like what they were asking about. But if like because there's just so many things. Like are you asking in regards to like music production or are you asking in regards to like just so many different things, like fucking the business side, whatever, all that shit. But I would say that for the music production side, my main advice would just be to make as much music as possible and finish songs. But if you don't finish songs, that's fine. Just try to make music and try and put as much time as you can into it. And also put out your music. This is my personal opinion, and I feel like some other artists would feel otherwise about this, but I think it's so important to put out your music. Like, I remember when I was like 18, 19, just started making music, I would like always put out my shit right away. Like, I would finish a song and I would put it out like immediately. Like, and that was during the SoundCloud era. I don't know if you guys remember that, but like 7 years ago, like SoundCloud was like literally the shit. And like I would always just put out music right away and like not think too much about it, you know? Because the thing was like I would put out music and like sometimes people would be like, this is sick. And then sometimes I'd put out music and people would be like, this is fucking trash. And then they'd be like, this is trash because you did this or because you like left out like the lows here or like whatever. And like as much as it like kind of hurts in the moment, like your ego kind of like shatters in a way, like hearing all these comments like shitty about your music, but like all of those things end up just, you just learn from it, and it's like painful in the moment, but it's like so worth it. So I guess my main advice would be like make as much music as you can, stay focused on it, and just release it, and don't be too like hurt by the shitty comments that you get, because like even at the highest level of like producers out there, like they're still getting shit on like here and there, you know, like there's still comments that are like, oh, this was actually shittily produced and I know for sure, you know what I mean? So like whatever, just put it out. Someone said, when are you going to do a soundtrack for a horror film? I was talking about this the other day. I would love to do a soundtrack for a horror film, and I would love to take on projects like this. But you'd be surprised by how nitpicky stuff like that is. I have had a couple opportunities where I like thought about it, but like it turned out that they would just need so many little details. Like they need each individual stem, each like just like so many little details and parts. It's sort of like sitting in the room with like some like it's like me sitting in a room with someone that wanted me to produce for them, and then them guiding me and telling me what to do for them. I think it would just be a little bit like too tedious for my current state of mind. But in the future, if I have like full permission to kind of like do whatever I want in a way and like not have too much guidance, then I would probably do it for sure. What other questions you guys have? I'm trying to read the comments. It's a little bit slightly challenging. Do you have any creative input on your visuals? Yes, definitely. I mean, my whole thing was like since the beginning was just like I want my entire show to just be this like hypnotic fucking hypnosis experience. I see Chet Porter in the chat. I fucking love that guy. But that was like my whole goal, was to just have like it be the most like hypnotic experience ever. But then I got people like Cam and like other people who we hired to do visual content that ended up just like smashing shit out of the park and like evolving things in a way that I never could have imagined. Like for instance, which you'll see when I hop off this chat in about 35 or 40 minutes or so, there's this one scene where there's like a carousel, and the way that this guy like made these visuals is something far beyond what I could have myself just came up with, you know? Like this guy is a fucking genius. His name is Fies. But basically like he created this like carousel, and in the carousel the lights are turning, and they're my glasses, actually, if you pay attention, they're like literally my glasses that are reflecting the lights on the carousel. So my point is like I have the original idea of wanting things to be hypnotic, but then we end up hiring and adding other creators that are fucking epic that end up just adding so much to my project, you know what I mean? So I have the initial vision and like the say on everything, but then there's like incredible creators that just like throw their shit in. That is like the most amazing thing I've ever seen, you know? Oh, someone's saying Seven Lions when? So Okay, so basically about the Seven Lions track. So we finished our song, right? But we both agree that it isn't up to our personal standard. It's a great, as he words it, as a DJ tool, which I agree with, because in a live setting it works great because it's kind of like simple and works really well. But we decided that we're actually not going to put that out. However, the original idea that started the track was a track that I made, and it's called Circus. On the mix, it's like called like ID something. I don't know what exactly it is, but in the mix, it's like the original version that I sent him before he added all of his parts in it. So we decided not to release our version, but I will still play it live all the time. But basically, my version comes out in Nightmare on Our Street too. So yeah. What's your favorite song of yours? Shit. I don't even fucking know, honestly. I don't know. I guess I'm like pretty proud of Edge, but that's only because like it's done so well. Like I think like had it not done as well, I don't know if I'd be like strongly passionate. But like I think because it's like it like ended up like it just resonated so hard with like the fan base and like also like fucking all these random new apps and shit that I'm just like okay yeah I definitely am proud of that one. But I don't know if it's like my favorite though. But it's definitely up there. But I feel like I like a lot of my stuff sort of on kind of like an equal level, you know. Like there's not like super standouts. Like I kind of just like the whole like mostly all of them. Like and sometimes I don't like. Sometimes I put stuff out and end up like hating it like 8 months later though. Just want to add that I don't like always love everything I put out. I end up like time goes by and I'm like oh shit this one's actually kind of shit. But like at the end of the day, what I said earlier about how I think it's important to put out your music, I don't regret it. You know what I mean? Like whatever. Like I put it out. Like I just think it's super important. Someone's like, which ones do you hate? But I don't want to say which ones I hate. I don't like hate them. There's just some songs that I don't like love. Like I know I could have like, not even necessarily that I could have like worked harder or done better on them, but just rather like I just didn't end up liking the way that the idea was executed. Like whatever, you know? Someone's like, would you ever do a podcast? I've like thought about it, but also seems like a lot of work. So I don't know. I would like go on podcasts though. I was actually talking about it recently that I would love to go on Jay Shetty's podcast. God fucking damn it. Do you guys know who that is? Jay Shetty's like this like sort of like I don't know how to really explain him. This like psychological guru dude that's just like very intelligent and talks about like life things and like self mastery and like stuff like that. Like I would love to go on podcasts like that. I have so much to say about topics like that just because like ever since I started making music, I would like always write in a journal and like write all my goals and like make them all come true, whatever, all that. But then but on the other end, I've also experienced like severe lows, like chaotic, miserable lows that I ended up crawling out of. So I think like uh, I would be like super down to have those conversations with people that love to have those conversations. I just think I would have a lot to say about those topics. What would you do? Someone's like, what would you do if you weren't a DJ? I've thought about this. I would for sure be a barber. I would for sure cut dudes' hair. Specifically like shorter haircuts. Obviously not necessarily just dudes, but like any short haircuts. I'd probably do like fades and like fucking like cut people's hair like intensely and like cut designs in their hair and like stuff like that. I feel like strongly about that. I actually want to take a course on it one day. I think it would be fun actually. How's the tent? The tent is fucking awesome. I chill in there like pretty regularly and it's great, honestly. I love it. Who do you dream of collaborating with next? Okay, I have this goal actually. I have this goal right now. to basically, I want to start an instrumental and send it to this one guy named okay, so once again I'm gonna fuck the name up, but basically his name on Twitter is like the worst or something. Anyways, he's like an insane guitarist. I think his real name's like Tim. Anyways, insane guitar. So basically what I want to do is I want to start a track. I want to send him the track. I want him to do guitar on the track, and then I want to send it to Ollie Sykes to sing on it. That's my goal right now. I think it would be pretty awesome. And then also, like, I don't know, there's like a few other collaborations I want to do. I'm trying to think. But like I want to do stuff like that. Like I want to like make instrumentals, send it to like someone else, like add guitar, like someone who's an expert. For example, even if I were to collaborate with like an expert drummer, have like an expert drummer come on my track too, and then get like a vocalist that we both agree that we want to have on it. You know, like stuff like that is what I'm super interested in right now. I feel like that would be like just fun, you know? But also like fuck. Who else is there? I also do want to make a track with Madian. Like I feel like we would make something good. Like I feel like Maddie and I would make a track similar to or like somewhat not similar, but like of the vibe of like my track Someone Else with Grabbits. Like I would love to make a track with Madian that was like you could evidently hear me in sort of like bits of the drops, but also you can hear Madian in the melodies. And then we have a like vocalist on the track as well. Like that would be great. What other questions do you guys have? I'm trying to like read the comments still. Oh, also, I have to get off this chat and like, okay, so it's currently 10:30. I have to make sure to get off this chat in the next like 20 or so minutes because apparently if I go overtime, then it's gonna go and like fuck with the actual like mix being streamed. So I gotta make sure I like get off. 1 second. Someone keeps asking in like massive capital letters, "Are you and Alice in Wonderland still friends?" Like, yeah, for sure. Definitely. We don't like talk. I haven't talked to her in like a little while actually, but yes, of course, we're chilling. I don't like. I'm just basically good with everyone. I believe at least on my end. Oh god, these. Did you like playing Lost Lands this year? Yes, that was crazy. Lost Lands was so crazy. Honestly, like I don't even know. Just so much chaos. And like I was about to go on stage and like the CDJs were like not working and I was like, oh, here we go. Like just like there's like no one really knows like the chaos that happens before like just before going on stage. Like but yeah, there's like the CDJs weren't like working before I went on and then like we like tweaked a couple things and ended up working like 2 seconds before I had to start. But yeah. It was great though. Fucking awesome. Fucked up on one transition though, so that sucks, but it's okay. Someone said, please make Hypnovision merch. There's going to be a ton of Hypnovision merch. Who would you want to go back to back with? I honestly, like, actually, I was going to say there's one person that I am planning to go back to back with, and that's Deadmau5. And I know that sounds crazy, but like I I thought it was especially crazy at first, but then I started to look at my like old kind of like iTunes playlist and shit that I have, and I realized that there's like a lot of like 126 to 128 BPM stuff that I could play that would work. So yes, that that will probably happen. That's actually a conversation that's like in the works. I'm still trying to like read these questions. Someone said any advice for aspiring DJs. I mean, I guess it's like sort of the same as what I said earlier with like producing. I guess there's just there's too much advice to give, and it depends on like what angle you're asking from, you know what I mean? If it's like a production angle or whatever, but production angle, make as much music as possible. Other angles, it just depends on what you'd ask, you know? There's too much advice to give. You know what's actually funny though is like the best like the best advice I've ever been told ever, like that I think about, is the most simple, hilarious advice ever, which was just like, it was literally Joel, like deadmau5 said, calm the fuck down to me. Like I asked him, I was like 20 at this point. I was like, do you have any advice for me? Like shit's kind of starting to go crazy a little bit, like doing a bunch of shows, whatever. Like, do you have any advice that you would give me, since he's been doing it for so long? And he literally said, yes, just calm the fuck down. And like, it's funny because that advice felt so like not that like impactful at the time, but like in retrospect, as my anxiety like absolutely fucking skyrocketed, as my career kind of went crazy, I totally feel the significance of the simplicity of that. Like just calm, like if you like, and it's so easy to say like calm the fuck down, but like if I could have just been calm at like all of the moments of all of the shows that I played and all the opportunities that I've had, I would have like, I just would have enjoyed the situation so much more. Like I can definitely admit that like anxiety in some ways has totally in some ways ruined a lot of performances of mine. Not all, but like there's a like a large portion of performances that I have done where my anxiety has like overrode like the joy that I should be feeling for performing to like fucking 40,000 people. You know what I mean? But it's like in the moment, it's just like the pressure, the chaos, the like the fears and everything just like has like without question overcame me in certain moments that I wish that I would have been more calm during. But like it's a process. Like you never like there's not like a book that like maybe there is a book but like there's not a book that I'm aware of that like tells you how to like handle like every life situation that you're put in, you know? Like everything's pretty unpredictable. You don't really know how you're going to react or act in certain situations, and you just kind of like go with the motions. And yeah. I'm still trying to like read these questions. There's just so many quick ones. Oh shit. I just missed one. What do they say? Someone said, wait, what was it? Someone's like, do you sleep with the goggles on? Yes, absolutely. I do. I have to. Can you imagine? Someone's like, what about writer's block? Any advice for writer's block? In my personal opinion, like, I find that like when I feel like I have a writer's block, really in my personal experience, I'm not like working hard enough to bust through it. Like this is just like, once again, this is just me, but like I find that my writer's block is equivalent to like me not sitting at my computer long enough and being focused and patient enough to come up with an idea. But when I really do focus and, you know, drink coffee, do whatever I need to do to like focus and like sit there for like 8 hours, I'll probably end up making something. But also taking a break is good too. So it kind of depends. Like sometimes it's good to like push through the writer's block and like bust your ass and like work on shit for like 8 hours straight. But then other times it's like also important to like take breaks. Like there'll be times where I won't make music for like a couple months, and I used to feel really guilty about it when I started. I would like feel like definitely super guilty, like, oh, what am I doing instead that's like more important than like making music, and just like feel all shitty about it. And like every producer I think experiences that thing where they're like, am I ever gonna write something I like again, when like you don't make something you like for a long time. But like if it happens, like it definitely ends up happening. And like for me, I've learned that there's parts where like I don't work on anything I like, and then there's moments that I do, and just to like be okay with the moments that I don't feel like working on music as well. But Someone's like, how do you look with your hat backwards? I'm definitely not going to wear my hat backwards right now. Someone keeps asking me, it's so interesting, people will like send like bulk messages and someone's like, what's the funniest thing that happened on your Spiral tour? And like, honestly, Spiral tour was like not funny for me. I was like really hanging by a thread on that tour, honestly. Just like really quickly, the thing about that tour was that it was like post-pandemic, after having all this time off and then getting like thrown into a tour. Like I definitely wasn't mentally prepared for that, even though I thought I was. But yeah, it was definitely very, very intense to go back into that world after having like a huge break. I was just peaking with like endless anxiety, which caused like severe insomnia, which once I mentioned on Twitter the other day, but I will talk more about that one day. Difference between the two Red Rock sets. So the first night is definitely going to be the Nightmare on Rezz Street theme set. So like tons of stuff from this current Nightmare on Rezz Street mixed in with also the old Nightmare on Rezz Street. And then and also like some new edits, whatever you'll see. But then also for night 2, it's going to be a lot of like throwbacks and a lot of like my most popular songs and mixed in with stuff that I really love also. It's raining right now, I think. I love it, though. I feel like I hear the wind, and it's fucking great. Oh god, there's so many comments. How many pair of goggles do I have? Probably like 8, maybe? 9? Someone said, what do you think about your clothing style now versus when you first started? That's actually so funny. Like, I never ever gave a single shit about like clothing or like anything like that, honestly, my entire life. But now it's not that I like, I don't want to, I guess I do care. I just like have a enjoyment for clothing now. Like I enjoy to like wear certain things now. Like when I started, I'd wear like sort of just like random graphic t-shirts, whatever, and stuff like that. But now I really like to just wear like suits and like different suits, like different button-up shirts, like ties, blazers, like all of that. I definitely like am pretty hooked on that now, whereas I never cared about it before. Just randomly happened. It's actually funny because it happened because I had this like this party in LA. What was it called again? It was like, oh yeah, it's for the Magic Castle. And basically for this Magic Castle, you had to wear classy clothing. And it was so funny because at the time I was like, no, I don't want to like wear this clothing. Like I don't want to do that. And I had to like push myself out of my comfort zone to like wear a suit and like wear like proper dress shoes and stuff. And at the moment it felt so uncomfortable and like, oh, I don't want to do it. Like, why can't I just wear what I want? And then I did it and I realized that I like quite enjoyed wearing what I wore. And then since then I've just been like nonstop wearing like suits basically. So interesting how like sometimes pushing yourself out of the comfort zone will like open up new sort of things. Let's see. Will you be branching out on Twitch someday? Yeah, I've been really thinking about like. Hang on one second. I've been really thinking about like starting a Twitch channel. I like might do that. I'm just still sort of like in the midst of a lot of chaos right now in regards to like the label and everything like that. But once things chill out, my tour schedule is definitely a lot more chill in general now. I'm choosing a lot more strategically about what shows I want to do as opposed to like just like slamming myself a lot. So maybe with the time that I will have in 2023, maybe I will start like some sort of Twitch channel and like talk and hang with people more often. Let's see. Do you ever see yourself retiring from music? Hopefully not. I mean, hopefully I want to make music forever. That'd be awesome. I hope I will. It's like life is so unpredictable. It's like so I'm not just gonna sit here and be like, yes, I will make music forever. Because it's like who knows, right? Who knows what could happen, but I would like to. That'd be sweet. And as for retiring, the only thing I could see myself ever retiring from would be like touring in regards to like any touring, like massively touring, like a lot. Like I feel like as I get older, I'll probably like really be more and more particular, like just condense the shows like smaller and smaller and just do like particular events. But yeah. Let's see. I'm still reading the comments trying to see if there's any like how many IDs have I don't even know what that question was. Someone's like someone's like, how is it like hanging with John Summit? I chilled with them one time and that was at some show and it was chill. He fascinates me in a way because it's just like I'm so mind blown how anyone can like drink that much or like just in general like consume like not sleep, not do any of those things and then still play all those shows. Like I'm fascinated. Like I find him truly fascinating and honestly it inspires me because like in moments that I ever feel and I don't even drink that much on that level or anything like that, especially while traveling, but like it inspires me in a way like if I'm ever tired while touring or like anything like that, I'm like, well, John Sennett didn't sleep for like this long and he's probably fucking wasted right now. And then I'm just like, I can do it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. But he's great though. He's super nice. Oh shit. There's like 17 minutes until this mix is going to happen. So that's great. So many questions. Holy shit. I'm scrolling all the way to the most recent ones because this is like insane. Oh, by the way, someone in the chat earlier was saying that they were dropping shrooms for this mix, like literally for this Nightmare on Rest Street 2 premiere. So love that for them. Someone said what has like psychedelics done for music, and it's interesting because I don't normally like talk about this, but I don't mind talking about it right now. Like when I was like 15, 16, I actually did like a shitload of psychedelics and like drugs in general. But now I actually don't do anything. But when I was like 15, 16, I took like a lot of psychedelics, like shrooms, whatever. Literally like someone would like tell me a random concoction and I'd be like, sure, like let's do it. And I would actually like definitely admit that it has had a massive influence on me musically, without question. Just like certain feelings that I felt like at that time and at that age, especially experiencing like new worlds at such a young age like that, it definitely influenced me musically. I cannot deny that. But eventually, when I would take stuff like that, I was just too like on edge. It's almost like there was like I started to be like feel like there was too much to lose in a way, like in regards to my sanity. Like I was worried that if I were to take more kind of psychedelics, that my brain would just like fry or something like that. So I haven't actually taken drugs in like quite a long time for that reason. Just a little bit of paranoia. Someone's like, what brand black hat do you wear? You want to know what's funny is this hat's actually a custom hat. My merch company actually made this hat for me. What does it feel like to play shows live and see people react so positively? It's definitely great. It's fucking awesome, honestly. It's definitely awesome. But like I said, I can't deny that having anxiety has taken some of those moments that I should have been enjoying from me. I just can't deny that. I can't just sit here and be like, yeah, the shows are amazing to see, like, all these people, like, loving the performance. Because it's like, sometimes there's been times where I've been, like, too in my head to, like, be aware of that. You know what I mean? Like, and it's so interesting because it's not like it's when I'm up there, I'm not worried about what most people are worried about. Like, a lot of artists that I've spoken to, they're worried about, like, oh, I wonder if this crowd's gonna like my music, or if they're going to like my set, or if they're going to like me. I'm actually not worried about that. My worries are, am I going to have a panic attack on stage and run off stage, or am I going to, like, throw up or shit myself? Like, literally, like, that's the kind of stuff that, like, freaks me out. Like, and even though it's never happened, well, I did actually throw up on stage one time because I was at EDC Vegas, and it was actually during a live stream. And basically, I hadn't slept the night before because I had, like, a really early flight, and it was, like, very, very, very hot outside and, like, very humid like an oven. And then I ended up going on stage, and, like, it was, like, live stream and everything. It's, like, years ago, by the way, but I ended up throwing up on stage. So I feel like after that happened, like, with also exception to, like, a few other scenarios where I, like, ate something wrong and, like, whatever, like, those have become my fears. You know what I mean? Like, I don't worry about, like, of course I don't want to, like, mess up on stage. Like, I don't want to, like, mess up on a transition or anything like that. But, like, those aren't my fears, because, like, I also know that the audience is not going to really care if I mess up on a transition or stuff like that. Like, I know that when I go see my favorite artists, like, I don't care if they, like, mess up on things. But yeah, like, my anxious thoughts have always been based around, like, how I'm feeling versus how I'm going to be perceived. It's, like, super weird. I don't know. Not many people I talk to relate to it, to be honest. Like, a lot of artists are always talking about how they fear, like, messing up, or fear people not liking them, or I'm all right with that. Like, I'm all right if, like, people don't, like, love the show and stuff like that. Like, of course it's not gonna feel great if they don't love it, but I'm more concerned about other things for sure. Let's see. Who do you guys think I should collaborate with? Let me know in the comments. Oh my god, there's so many messages. Someone's like, you seem so chill during your shows, though. At least you're good at it. Oh my god, I can't even tell you, like, I'm not gonna say that, like, all of my shows I'm, like, that nervous. Like, some of them I'm way more nervous than others, and it definitely just depends on the day, and it depends a lot on, like, whether I, like, slept well, ate well, all these things. Like, there's so many circumstances that tie into it. But there's been times where I've, like, played a show and had the most, like, severe panic, and, like, afterwards people are like, Rezz is at her prime, like, she's, like, the best she's ever been. And it's, like, crazy how, like, you just never know, you know, especially with the glasses, you just never know. Wow, I asked who I should collaborate with, and now that's the entire comment section. There's 10 minutes until this goes live, by the way. And someone's like, you really do keep your cool well from the outside. Honestly, a little advice I have to give is fake it till you make it. It's such a huge advice. Sometimes just you have to act as though you have it all. Like, it's crazy, like, the way, like, if you sometimes act like you have it all together and you live your life that way, it will actually, like, manifest itself, I believe. It definitely has at least happened in my case. I feel like in some moments where I, like, really actively try and be a certain way, or, like, you know, act as though I am feeling confident, I'm feeling chill and sociable and stuff. Like sometimes the more you like act like that, like it really does kind of become more natural. By the way, I'm sorry if I'm missing like a lot of comments. Someone's like, you should do a making tutorial where you show us how you do sound design. You know what's interesting with sound design, like in my personal case, like a lot of stuff is like truly happy accidents. Like I'm not like sitting there being like, I'm going to now turn this knob and make it sound like this and do it, and like it's a lot of like accidental stuff that happens a lot, you know? And like if I were to do a stream, I don't know, like I don't know how quickly things would happen. It'd probably be like a 12-hour stream of me just like trying to like find sounds that I like. I don't know how interesting that would be, you know? Like my process with making music is like I go through this like this trial, like I like will find sounds that I like and collect them, whether it be kicks, snares, bass sounds, potential pluck sounds, melody sounds, like anything like that. I collect them all into a project file and then I end up putting them all together. Like, and that process sometimes can take a long time. Like, cause some days I'll only want to spend 1 hour doing that process because it's so tedious of like clicking down to like find sounds that you like. So sometimes I'll take like an hour in a day and find sounds like, then I'll stop. And then the next day I'll do it again and collect more sounds. So for me to do like live streams with like production, I just feel like it'd be a little bit, I don't know how interesting it would be because it would depend. I would have to start the stream upon already having an idea because when I have the idea, then it flows. Then I finish it in a day. Usually my tracks get finished within a day or two, but the process leading up to it can be a long time. It could be weeks. It could be weeks or sometimes months of me not really feeling like sitting there and turning the knobs. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it'll just be like, I don't really feel like it. But then finally when I sit there and like drink that coffee one day and I like actually focus for like 6-7 hours and like collect all the sounds, then it gets done. Someone's like, do you like cats? Yes, absolutely. I love cats. And I also love dogs. There's 8 minutes left till I have to dip from this chat. And then the, the mix is going to play right after. How many artists do you plan on signing to your label? I don't want my label to be like super oversaturated, so I'm going to be a little bit particular for a while about the amount, but because I want each artist to also feel like very significant and important in the label, like not just kind of like fall under like a plethora of like people, so I'm going to be a little bit particular. Someone's like, do you like ISO XO? Yes. There's this one track that he made recently that I really love. I think it's called like Inhuman or something like that. Really love that track. I'm drinking some random $10 wine from the gas station. Someone asked what wine I was drinking. Someone's like, do you freestyle your sets? Absolutely not. I couldn't fathom that, really. I mean, the reason that I couldn't fathom freestyling a set is because I care way too much about, like, my visual guy getting the cues right for the visuals. Like, if you're gonna freestyle a set, your visuals and, like, everything is not going to, like, flow in, like, a very, dialed way. You know what I'm saying? And I care too much about, like, everything being, like, you know, consistent, and I don't know. I care too much about things being kind of like put together to just like wing it, you know? I would probably wing it at like a random after party or something though. How did Space Bomb become a nickname? That's all you guys. You guys definitely came up with that. Someone said, are you still in Florida? I actually live in 3 different places right now. Someone's like, do a lot of people recognize you in public? And honestly, not that much, especially because I wear my hair curly all the time. Like, my hair is, like, straightened right now. So if I'm wearing like my hat and my hair straightened, then like it's more prone to being recognized. But if my hair's curly, like not many people at all. It's just pretty epic. It's like a little disguise. But in general, it's pretty chill. I'm pretty grateful for that. What else is there? I gotta get off this chat very shortly because this stream's gonna start. How often do you go home and visit Canada? I visit Canada sometimes, like once every like month and a half. Who do you think is super underrated? Johnny Goth, Eddie. Um, sorry, I'm just still reading all these comments. There's just so many. Are you going to make 150 BPM music? Yes. Me and Eddie actually made this track that's 100 BPM, and also I have a few others that I'm working on as well. So. All right, this stream is literally about to start. I'm going to just calm down from reading the comments for a second. So basically, once again, before I get off this chat, I just want to say a couple words about this mix. So I said this earlier on. So basically, the music in this mix is a lot of stuff, considerably stuff that I'm not sure that I would have put out otherwise. Some of the songs I would have definitely put out, but maybe not all of them. Some of the tracks I actually made like literally 5-6 years ago, and some of the tracks I made like 3 months ago. Some of them are very new, some of them are old, whatever. But there's also a relax, like a new, like a different version of relax in this set or in this mix as well. But basically, there's a bunch of different stuff from new and old, and stuff that I probably would not have ended up putting out otherwise. And so this is strictly a project for the fans, and we had a bunch of amazing animators come in and make a bunch of cool ass shit for this. So I'm very grateful for that and all the work that everyone's done. Also, my lips are probably purple by this point because of drinking wine, and that's okay. And basically, I hope that you guys enjoy it. And there's no spoilers in regards to the Red Rock set because it's going to be different. And yeah, I'll be still in the chat while the mix is happening. So that's about all I have to say. I love you. Thank you so much. And I'm grateful to say that there's going to be a lot more that you will hear from me in the coming times because I'm feeling very inspired and happy and in a good headspace to do so, which I'm very grateful for. Because, of course, not every day that you're going to feel, not every portion of your life you're going to feel good, but right now I do. And I'm super grateful for each moment of that. And I hope that you guys have a great night and enjoy this mix. And look at all the comments saying that you guys are so nice, honestly. So